Okay, guys, welcome to Guided Project 4-2. We're going to jump right into it today. We've got the guided project. I've already got my instruction file, and then you'll want to download your start file, and of course, enable editing if you get there. I've already got my start file going here, and what we're doing this week is we're going to modify a document about maximum and target heart rate for the American River Cycling Club. So we're going to work with a table and some SmartArt and some clip art, so it should be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and dig in. I've got my start file, and I have not yet saved it, so I'm going to go ahead and do a save as, and get it onto my desktop. Got lots of stuff going on there. Okay, so I've got it saved in my desktop. And now the first thing in step 3A, we want to insert word art as the title of the document and modify the word art. So we're going to select the title of the document, American River Cycling Club, right here in the middle, and click the word art button. And so word art, it tells us, is on the insert tab text group, insert tab, and then the text group is over here on the right, and we want to insert some word art. And we are going to select the red accent 2, outline accent 2. It looks like it's this one. You can hover over until you get the correct one on step C. Okay, so we're applying that one first. And then next on step D, we want to change the shape width to 6.5 inches. So that's the Drawing Tools Format tab, which we're in, and then the size group. So over on the size group, we are going to change the shape width only, right here, the width only, to 6.5 inches. And I have just changed that and pressed enter. And step, let's see, E, click the position button, and that's the Drawing Tools Format tab, which we're in. Arrange group. So this is our arrange group here. And select more layout options. And a dialog box appears. Drawing Tools Format tab. Oh, we need the position button. That's where I'm going. I'm trying to read here and figure it out. Okay, so we've got the more layout options down at the bottom, and we want to, in the horizontal area, horizontal right here, we want to select alignment, so that top alignment, and centered relative to margin. Okay, so what we're doing is we are centering this text relative to the margin on the page. In the vertical area, select absolute position and enter point 2 below page. So point 2 is what we're typing in below the page. We're changing that. Click OK to close the layout dialog box. Okay, and that should have changed our text box to the proper place below the page and relative to the margin. Okay, now we want to click the text fields button. So that's the same place we're at, Word Art Styles group. We want the text effects right here, and select reflection. So we'll go down to reflection, select tight reflection touching. So you need to just kind of hover your mouse over until you find the right one. For me, it's this one right here. And when I applied that, you can see it kind of put in a reflection on the words down below the title. Okay, that was step J. Now we're on to step 4 on the next page. We want to convert the text to a table and format the table. So 4A, select all of the tabbed text at the bottom of the document. So this is all of our tabbed text. And we're just going to select the entire thing. Now select or click the table button, which is on the Insert tab, and Tables group. we want to click table. Okay, now we have options here, and one of our options down below is to convert the text to table. You're going to do a lot of that in this class, so you should get comfortable with it. Convert the text to table dialog box opens. And now in the auto fit behavior area, click the auto fit to contents radio button. So auto fit to contents right here in the middle. And that's just fitting each of these to the width of the contents. And now in step D, we can click OK to close the dialog box. And step E, click the Table Tools Design tab. So we're in Table Tools up here, and we have Layout and we have Design. We're going to click over to Design, select the Header Row and Banded Rows checkboxes. Okay, so over here, we want banded rows, which just mean that every other row in our table will be like a darker or lighter color so that we can identify those rows. And then we want the header row as well. So let's make sure our header row and our banded rows are both checked. Mine are. Okay, and deselect the other checkboxes so I don't need first column. And now in step G, in the Table Styles group, click the More button. Table Styles group, we want the More button. Remember, that's this little button right here to get more options. And now we want to select Grid Table 4 Accent 2. So these are our grid tables, table 1, 2, 3, 4, accent 1, 2, should be this one. Oh, grid table 7. Which one do we want? Grid table 4. Oh, it's in the second row, I suppose. There's a separate section here. Okay, so we want this one, grid table. Where are you? Grid table 4. This one, haha. Grid table 4, accent 2. Okay, and it actually shows us in a little picture in our figure 4-96. So when we click that one, it's going to format our table to look like that. So it's all fancy for us. And you can see how that applied the style. Okay, now in the next step, step I, in the second column of the first row, place the insertion point before zone. So in the second column, this is our columns, remember, first row, we want to place our insertion point before the word zone. Okay, before the word zone, and press enter. Now that just put it on the second page, or second line. In the third column of the first row, place the insertion point before heart and press enter. Okay, so now what we've done is we've just put these on a second line. So step 5, adjust the size and the alignment of the table. Use the table selector handle to select the entire table. This little guy up in the upper left-hand corner is the table selector. If you click it, it will select the entire thing. And now we want to click Align Center button on the Table Tools Layout tab. So we need to click back over to our Layout tab here. And then Alignment Group. Alignment Group here. We are going to Align Center button. And we want to center both vertically and horizontally. So we're going to click that little one in the middle. With the table still selected, click the Properties button. Okay, so Table Tools, Layout tab, Table Group. Table Group, we want the Properties over here. Okay. Click the Table tab and select Center in the Alignment area. Okay. And click OK to close the dialog box. So what that's doing is it's centering the entire, because we've got table properties, this is going to center the entire table in the middle of the page. You can see how it moves it to the middle there. Okay, so we clicked OK to close the dialog box. And now we want to click the Cell Margins button, Table Tools Layout tab, which we're there, and then Alignment Group. Where are we at? Alignment Group. we want the cell margins, okay? So change the top and bottom cell margins to 0.3 and left and right to 0.1. So top and bottom are 0.3 and left and right are 0.1. And this is just changing how close to the edges our text is within the cell of the table, okay? So when we say okay, valid measurement, oh, must have typed something in wrong there. There we go. All right. So now, oh, 0.03. You know what? I just realized my cell margins were wrong. Top and bottom are 0.03. I'm leading you astray. 0.03 will make a big difference. Haha. Keeps it still on one page. 0.03 and 0.3 are very different. Okay, so step 6, insert and modify a SmartArt graphic. Place the insertion point at the end of the example line near the top of the document. So let's go up here. So we've got this example line, and we want it at the end of the example line. Okay. Click the SmartArt button, which is on the Insert tab Illustrations group. Insert tab Illustrations group, we're putting in SmartArt. Okay, now SmartArt is really cool because you can put in like organizational charts, flow charts, process charts. It's really a lot of fun to put these in. Let's see. Insert tab. The Choose a SmartArt graphic dialog box opens. Click the process in the list of charts. So we've got the third one down as process. And then we want to, in step D, select continuous block process and press OK, and it shows us in our picture which one we want. We want the continuous block process, which is this one that has a little arrow behind the boxes, and then we'll say OK to insert that lovely SmartArt. Okay, step E. Click the first placeholder text and type 220. Okay, so we're going to go right here. You just click where it says text, and we're going to type in 220. In the next one, we want, 220 space once, and type a hyphen. Okay, and the next one, we want to type in the words your age, space once, and type equals. And then in the following one, we want predicted maximum heart rate. So you can see what we're doing here is we're putting in an equation, and it automatically formats the size of our text to fit the boxes. So we're saying in order to calculate your maximum heart rate, you want to take 220 minus your age equals the predicted maximum heart rate. So that makes sense. Now we want to format, resize, and position the SmartArt, so the entire box. Now when we're working with SmartArt, you have to be very careful on what you're selecting, because you can select individual boxes, which I have here if you click over, or you can select the overall grouping here, but you're not actually selecting the SmartArt itself, and that you want to get to the very outside edge, this double-lined box at the edge, and make sure that it's the one selected. It says, click the outside frame of the SmartArt graphic. Note, make sure the entire SmartArt is selected and not an object within the graphic, which is what I just talked about. In the size group, which is the SmartArt Tools Format tab, SmartArt Tools Format tab, we're there. Change the shape height to 1.5. Okay, so now what we're doing is this whole shape is too big. We want to modify it. So we're changing the height to 1.5 inches and the shape width to 2.6 inches. Okay, so 2.6. If we press enter after we have typed in the 6, it should adjust the size for us perfectly. Okay, so we've got that in there. Now we want to click the Wrap Text button, SmartArt Tools, Format tab, Arrange Group, and we want it to be square. So we are in the wrap text, and what that does is just wrap the rest of our text around our image. We are wrapping it. Is that what we want to do? Square. We want to pick square. Okay, so you can see what that does. It just takes our text and moves the bottom part up so it's next to our nice graphic. Let's see. Now we want to click the position button. Okay, we're going to position it in a different place. We want more layout options down at the bottom. The layout dialog box opens in the horizontal area. So we're coming back. This should look familiar. We want our absolute position this time to be 4.5 inches to the right of the margin. So 4.5 to the right of our left margin. You'll see what that'll look like in a minute. And then in the vertical area, so to the right, sorry, to the right of the margin. Okay, and now in the vertical area, select absolute position is 0.4 below the margin. Okay, so let's see where that ends up moving it when we click OK. All right, so that put it over on the right-hand side. And now with the SmartArt still selected, select the Intense Effect as the style. Okay, so we want our styles. And that's the SmartArt Tools Design tab. So we're going to get back over to our Design tab. And then SmartArt Styles Group. We've got our styles here. We'll click More Options so we can find it. And we're going to click on Intense Effect. So let's figure out which one. Inset, Cartoon. Is it this one? Polished? No. White outline, subtle effect, moderate effect. I bet this is it. Intense effect. Okay, here we go. So when we click on that, you can see that it kind of gave our images kind of a beveled edge and made it stand out a little bit more. So now we want to click the edge of the first text box and select it. So just our first text box, that's all we're going to select, and then we're going to press Control B. Now Control B is going to bold that text for us, and I believe it'll probably want us to do the same on the other two text boxes. So then we'll do your age, Control B. Does it look like it did that for us? Oh, you'll need to select the actual box around the edge for it to select the whole thing. And now when you Control B, it'll work. So if you have a little dashed line around the box, it's not going to work, but if it's kind of a solid line, it will. So Control B. Okay, and now we've got them all bolded. We will now select the last text box and click SmartArt Tools Format tab. So we've got it selected. SmartArt Tools back to the Format tab up here. Click the Shape Fill button and select Red Accent 2. So Shape Fill. Okay, so now we want to click the Shape Fill, and that is over here. So we've got the entire thing selected. Yeah, because we want to make sure that we are not just in the one, but we want to go to Shape Fill, and now we want to pick Red Accent 2 as our color. So we're going to have to, whoops, just kidding. We do want it to be that one. We want it to still be the predicted maximum heart rate. We're going to go to Shape Fill, find Red Accent 2, which it gave us a little bit of a hint there, predicted maximum heart rate. So we're wanting that one to be red.